Hi, this is Dr. Gary. Welcome to the Daily Tune-Up today. Let's talk about our feelings today. Oh, now wait a minute. All of you that are afraid to talk about feelings, I want you to stay here for just a moment. I'm talking about good days, bad days, happy moments, sad moments. You know, in our day and age right now, many of us are so afraid to have a bad day. In fact, we actually believe there's something wrong with it. You know, there's things called bipolar and bipolar 1, bipolar 2, which are these ups and downs people experience. Sometimes they're very severe. Just because you have an up day and a down day doesn't mean that you're bipolar or you're clinically depressed. It can be the way you approach that day. It could be blood chemistry. It could be what's going on in the complex equivalency of the way you understand the world in that particular moment. It could be a lot of things. It doesn't mean that you're having really a bad day. It means that it's a day that's less than what you want it to be. In this day and age of popping those pills and doing drugs and drinking too much and over-exaggerating our spending to make ourselves feel good, we've got to settle down and we've got to understand as a human being, it's kind of normal once in a while to have a bad day. I have so many people come to me wanting me to help them never have a bad day. That's ridiculous. I have bad days all the time, and I have great days, and they're usually mixed up with each other somewhere. I want you to back off a little bit on thinking that just because things aren't going just the way you want them to all the time doesn't mean it's bad. Do you realize that most of the things you learn, most of the things that are actually treasures to you came from some kind of a struggle? Just because you have a bad day is not the reason to turn your mind around and think something's wrong. It's time to start looking at that day and asking yourself what specifically is making it bad. And I'll bet if you ask yourself that question, it's because you're learning something. You're probably learning something about yourself, which is the scariest thing of all. Today, as we move into this weekend and start a new week in just a couple of days, I want us to pay attention to our up days and our down days and understand they're not good or bad. They're just moments in our life where things have contrast. And that contrast is when you compare one thing to another and decide what you want to do about it. And also realize sometimes learning and growing is not always comfortable. We're always growing. Every day we have something to learn. So until I talk to you next time, lighten up a little bit on yourself. Enjoy the ups and the downs. It's the ride of life, and it's the ride of a lifetime. Until next time, this is Dr. Gary. Bye-bye.